Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to.
So Anthony, how are you feeling on this upcoming season?
How I feel in this upcoming season is I feel pretty good about it. Coming off with a new free agent, Nicholas Beutner, and I saw him in the last 2 seasons, and I saw his pitching, his hitting, and it's good. He just he needs a good teammate, and we figured that out. And I think the season are going to be great, and we're going to go back to the World Series and win this time, because I'm not losing another World Series against Brody and West. But West got he's a free agent. No one picked him up, so now he quit. And I feel pretty good about it. I feel like we're going to be the best team in the WBL.
So, what do you think about the new free agent you guys signed last free agency?
So I feel like it's gonna be great. As Nick as my starting, he starts, I start, and have Ryan Beutner as a backup, and I feel like it's good for our pitchers and for our arms we can be like the DH, and he can just be in the field, and we're practicing on his pitching, because the most of the things we need of him, we need to practice on his pitching, because we're going to need him in the season for pitching. And I feel great about what I picked up, and I feel great, and I'm gonna keep with it. And I feel great. I'm not gonna pick up anyone yet.
So, if you could predict the record you will have this upcoming season, what do you think it will be?
So I know we always lose games and we always win them. And what I always think about it, you learn more from your losses than your wins. And probably everyone says that. But it's true. You do. And the record, we have 15 to 17 games regular season, and we're not going to win all of them. So I think we're going to make the playoffs, and we don't even have to verse in the second round. So I think the record is 10-5, maybe even 9-6. But I wanted to be undefeated, because we should be undefeated, but sometimes you just can't be undefeated, because you just can't. That's the way of this game is. You lose some and you win some. You don't win all of them. And yeah.
So, how do you think the new team's free agents are gonna go to? Like, I know Brody signed a new guy to his team. I think he will do too.
You're asking about how the other teams are gonna do.
Yeah, the teams.
So the other teams, in the next 2 weeks, to a week, Brody needs to sign someone, and we're talking about that, because I basically own the league, and we've been talking about it, and we've been having a conversation who he's gonna sign. And we already have people in place that is going to be signed with him, and it's going to basically be the same teams. I'm going to try for 1 or 2 more teams. So about 6 to 7 teams, and if it's 6 teams, 4 will make it. 6 will make it to the playoffs, and one would go, they would lose and don't go to the playoffs and not win that trophy. You?
So, who do you think Weston will sign with?
Weston Ballins, I don't think he's going to sign with anyone. I don't think.
Well, if he came back in the league.
If he came back, I'm thinking he's going to be with Brody. They're cousins, so like Nick and Ron, they're brothers, and I think he's going to go with Brody. But you never know; he could bring in people, and he could be signing with someone that I can't say till it's official. But I don't think Weston is coming back. You?
What's your expectations for you and your teammate Nicholas to do this season? Like, what's your expectations for him and yourself?
So I think I think me and Nick on the mound is gonna be a great duo and in the field and batting. When I signed him, I was excited to play with him because it was actually like he throws good. And I saw that, but he needed some help with some pitches. And what we're talking about pitches like slider, curveball, knuckleball, everything. And people can't hit off of that. It's the slider, what we're doing is nasty. It really is. And Nick in the field, it's gonna be great on the mound. He can pitch whatever. He can pitch slow. He can pitch fast. And in the outfield, he's like great at catching and running to get the ball and be in front of the ball. And as hitting, he was in a slump. And I don't think he's going to be in a slump after these practices a couple weeks before the games, because I think he's going to be ready. Or we are going to be ready, and the duo's just going to be crazy. But me and I'm back good as new in the offseason. We had some kind of arguments, but we figured them out, and then now we're just going to be a great duo in the off season. I've been practicing, and like in the World Series, you guys probably don't know this, I threw out my arm to Weston and Brody, and I didn't know if I was going to come back this season, but I'm back stronger than ever, and it's going to be a great season, win or lose. I always like to play this game. I love it. You?
So, what if you could predict Ryan Bortner's stats, like his strikeouts, homers? What do you think his stats will be?
So his stats, it's so I remember in the World Series, I still have the clip, and it was practicing for the World Series. I know what Brody pitches and what he doesn't. He told me, and he pitches one pitch for the 2 innings, and then he pitches whole different pitches in the 3rd inning. And we see, and we go off of the video, and we watch film. And for like the last game in the World Series, we were done. Like I already kind of knew that we were done, but Ryan Bortner was getting hits left to right off of his nastiest pitch he ever has. It's a slider, and I'm giving the info away. I'm not telling you how to pitch it. It's a slider, and you can see his hands, and I think Ryan's going to be great off of Brody. Brody can throw fast, but that's where we need to practice on fastness and getting the motion where we want. Home runs, like as I said, he's a backup, but he's going to play. And he's going to play for me because I my arm, and he's gonna pitch on the mound. And his home runs, he's gonna go yard. And I think he's gonna have 5 to 7 home runs. Every game he plays, he should have a base hit and a home run, and an RBI. And how much we're practicing, he should. And his stats, I think that's gonna be great. His stats in the first season ever, that was his best season. But this season's gonna be better because I'm practicing them harder. And I said it's not about just how you play, because you don't suck, because you saw in the video they do get pretty angry after a strikeout and stuff, and you need to focus on that of not getting angry and not throwing it back, because that gets more in your head. Then you strike out even more, and that's why we practice. I'm gonna strike them out. I'm going to go fast, and that's why we do conditioning. It's gonna be a lot of conditioning, and about outfielding, a lot of it. And they might hate it, but if they want to get that trophy, the ring on their hand, they're gonna have to work, and it's not always easy. Like we won one World Series, and we're going back, not a 3-peat, but we're going back to the World Series this year, and I'm 100% sure of that. And that's it. And don't forget about our sponsor, Sport Podcast, Wiffleball League. It's a podcast that you talk about sports and football, basketball, and baseball. It's on Spotify and Apple Music. Apple Podcasts. So go check that out. And that's our sponsor. So, let's go with that. Let's go W with the theme song. And our theme song this season is I can't forget. It is Dreams and Nightmares.
You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrists. Nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I do, like a nigga.
Every one of these teams in the Wiffleball League, we're coming for you. 2025 is here, and we're coming for you, so you better be practicing. Alright, so Nick, how do you think you're going to do in the season overall, like the pitching, infielding, outfielding, hitting, everything?
So I think I'll do pretty good. I have high expectations for myself. I'm trying to win MVP, maybe even maybe All-Star too, because I think we're talking about All-Star games too, maybe a little bit. And pitching, I think I'm gonna do good. Like maybe like okay. Like Ant's probably do most pitching. I'm doing most outfielding. I think I made better outfielding because like I can catch everything. Pitching's okay. I'm kind of messed up on pitching. I'm not that good. I just need to learn a little bit more from Anthony. Also, I'm at it. Best protein, get it. Get yourself some frisky party mix. That was good. With added vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. It's really good, guys. Get some of this. Okay.
So, how do you think the team's going to do in the regular season and the playoffs?
Regular season, I know we get hot in the first couple of games. After that, we get like kind of like a little bit like slow. I know by the time like they're gonna be hot in the playoffs, be hot. And we're going for Brody. watch out. But I think we're doing pretty good this season. We're going to get hot first couple of games, maybe like slow down a little bit. And then after the end season, we're going to get hot. Over the playoffs, we're going to be spicy hot. We're going to be covering Brody in the World Series. I mean, this is our year. Watch.
So how do you think you would do this year?
How I do? I think it's my best season yet. The past 2 years, my first rookie season was okay. This team, I'm on the team versus World Series. I'm still not over this World Series yet. But this season, I'll win my ring. It's my time. First season, I was doing so good, you know, home runs every now and then. But last season, I was kind of my slump the whole season because my teammate wasn't really there that much. I was really no one to talk to, just no one like really what's it called? No one actually like compete with and like talk to, play the same team with, same game. Also, this is my best season yet. I'm hoping for 10 home runs. Home runs and at least 1 grand slam. Watch it. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
So that's my best season yet. I'm hoping for really good. I'm best season. I want to win MVP this year. Like I said, I want to win MVP. Also, I'm kind of compete with Ryan for the starting spot, which I think I might get. I might make the spot for a couple of games. Also, I might miss a couple of games because like illness. Because obviously, also my arm is like not good. Cause this season pitching, my arm was hurting. So I'm trying to get better for you guys. Next.
So how do you think the duo is? Because Anthony Diano said the duo is going to be crazy this season. How do you think the duo is going to be with Anthony and Nick?
We're gonna be hot. I think we're gonna do really good. We're gonna do really good. I hope like we do good. We're gonna do good. You know, like Ant's like really good at what he does. I love what he does. Like I love where he came from. I love how he pitches. I love how he throws the ball. Like so good. Like so smooth. Goes across the plate into the box. So smooth. And then my hitting with his hitting, we're gonna be hot all season long. And then little Ryan on the bench. He a little water boy. Next.
How do you think this season? How long do you think you're going to be on the Phillies team?
Hope I'm here for life, man. I love this team. First season I wanted to play this team, but I'm gonna do it because obviously they probably want to send me out of college. I love this team. I want to stay for life. I want to win rings here. I'm here to compete. I love what Ant does. I love this team. I love this city, man. I love it.
So, how do you think this team and other teams will do this season?
I think maybe the top 2 team. I think Brody would be up there with the teams. I think the lowest team might be like I don't know what team it is anymore. I'm confused with the signings, all the trades, everything leaving, retiring. I'm confused with that, but I think we're the top 2 team. It'd probably be me and Brody, our team again, and Brody again, and World Series again. And we're coming for him again, like I said. We're coming for you, Brody.
And how do you feel that you lost the World Series to the Phillies, and then saying you loved them, but how do you feel that? Because we lost last year. How do you feel coming off that loss, and you weren't on the team?
Well, the loss was maybe like a team kind of fault because obviously Ant's was hurt in the game. Ron was getting kind of mad at what was happening on the game, and I think this team, with me on this team, I think our energy would be up. Our energy would be really good. Our energy all season long. I'm here to play for my life. Love this team. Off the World Series, I was really pissed when we lost that World Series. Really pissed because obviously this team I love. This is like where I grew up. I love this city. I do this for my team. Ryan, so obviously you're trying to compete with Nicholas for the starting spot. How do you think you would do for that spot with Nicholas?
Well, I mean, it's going to be kind of tough. His hitting and pitching kind of good, so I think it might be a little tough, a little competition.
How do you think this team would do, like the Phillies? Like, what's your expectations for this team? What's your expectations for this team?
So, like, do you mean like record or
like everything? Like your teammates' stats, first team and goal, the record, everything.
So I think we might be either 1 or 2 ranked best teams because we have the top 2. Well, potentially the top 2 best players in the league if Nicholas can get up there. But so I think so starting off first with my teammates, Nicholas, I think he'll get off of 7 to 8 home runs with 4 strikeouts. So yeah, next Anthony Dieno. I mean, he's pretty good, but so I think he'll have 11 home runs and 9 strikeouts. So yeah, and I think the record, like, we don't win all of them, but we will be good. We'll make the playoffs and potentially World Series. So possibly 9-6.
So how do you think mentally? Because I know in the past games, the past strikeouts, you've been pretty mad and you left the game. How are you gonna keep that angriness controlled and mentally?
Well, those my first 2 seasons. Yeah, my first season I was mad, but I wasn't really getting as mad as my second season. So, I think I might have calmed down my anger a little bit.
So what's your thoughts of Nicholas trying to shoot for MVP and trying to win the All-Star too?
I mean, it's not that bad. He is a good hitter and a great pitcher. Possibly, he's a top 3 pitcher, and he has to try and work his way up to number 1.
And how do you feel of in the World Series, coming off of loss in the World Series, seeing Brody Bonds holding that trophy and kissing it?
There was some frustration there, but this season, coming back to win it again.
How do you feel about Brody's pitches? Because you cannot lie, they are nasty.
They are nasty. I can hit them pretty well. I have trained just to hit that one specific pitch in last year's World Series. I have been able to do it about like 2 to 3 times. So, and there's a chance he could possibly be coming up with more new nasty pitches. So, just gotta train and watch tapes of them, and yeah.
So how has how's the team been since Nicholas joined? Have you had any arguments with him for the starting spot? What's your thoughts on him coming to the team and trying to get you out of the starting spot?
Yeah, it is competition. There has been a couple arguments about the starting spot, but it's gonna be tough though. Fighting Nicholas for the top spot.
So how are you gonna argue it? So I know teamwork. This is a team sport. It is not an individual sport. And how are you gonna settle you arguing with Nick and stuff about the starting spot?
So,
And how you not going to let that happen?
so I'll just, well, Anthony, he was our captain or coach, whatever you can call it. I mean, whoever trains hardest and practice the most and shows up to practices and does their best and has good hits and stuff like that. Anthony Piano should pick.
How do you feel about your energy during the season after coming off that loss? I know you're mad during the whole game
after like seeing him win a trophy? What's your thoughts like about yourself mentally? Like what are you thinking?
So,
Like about yourself.
So last year was a tough loss. 4-3. The count was 2-1. They were winning though. They had 2 wins. We had 1 loss. But hopefully this season we're going to win again.
How do you feel, Ron? How do you feel about your pitching this year?
I mean, I'm not I'm not that bad of a pitcher, but my curveballs are pretty nasty, but they're not nastier than Bodie's and Weston's pitch.